What the hell happened? What? What? Where did this come from? Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan O'Reilly is a Leaf. Ain't no freaking way. I don't know. I didn't even look at the full trade details. I should probably do that. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Ryan, and Noah Chari. Let's not forget about Noah Chari. Florida Panthers legend, Noah Chari. Boston Bruins legend. But where did this freaking come from? I look at my phone, I see freaking, what's his name? Frege going, oh, I think Toronto and St. Louis are working on something. And then I see this. What? I don't even know what's the full trade here. Hold on. I gotta look at this. This is crazy. For everybody joining, ladies and gentlemen, don't mind my hair. I just got home from being out, but Ryan O'Reilly is a Toronto Maple Leaf. Oh my God. I mean, wow. I don't know what I just did here. Okay. Twitter.com. I gotta see this. You guys are gonna get like a live, Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow. I don't even know what to say. And it's the Leafs who are releasing this information. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Toronto Maple Leafs receive Noah Chari and Ryan O'Reilly. St. Louis receives Mikhail Abramoff, Adam Gaudette, our first round pick, Ottawa's third round pick, and our second round pick in 2024. Minnesota receives Toronto's fourth round pick in 2025. And, St. Louis will retain 50% and Minnesota. So we're getting Ryan O'Reilly at 25% of his contract. 25. We're getting Ryan O'Reilly at 25% of his contract. What? Okay. Parting with the first round pick sucks. I'm not even gonna deny that kind of sucks, but what a haul! What a haul! Wow, that is a fantastic. Who sent NoahFishyBoy? Except I don't know how to. Hello?
Good.
Holy shit, man! How we feeling right
This
now?
is crazy.
How we feeling?
This is amazing.
I got home. I was about to sit down and play Madden, and then I check my phone and I see Elliot Friedman. He tweets, "I think Toronto and St. Louis are working on something." I'm like, "What?" And then 2 seconds later, I see the trade come down. I was like, "Where did this come from? Where did
I
this
didn't.
come from?"
I didn't even know what the hell was going on. This is great. This is.
After I just, by the way, I like the Spitfires flag back there. That's pretty cool. But
Oh, thank you.
But after I just finished saying, I remember on my story, I was like, yeah, we maybe have like a 25% chance at getting Patrick Kane. But considering what we got for Ryan O'Reilly, it's beautiful. Like, wow. Kyle Dubasov doesn't.
I don't. To be honest, I don't think we need Timo Meier anymore. It was a big conspiracy that we were going to get Timo Meier, but I don't think we need him anymore.
I think that they had a better chance of landing Kane than they did Meier. I think I said this on my story, but I feel like for some reason it would be cheaper to get Kane than it would to get Meier. And I get it that Kane's a better player and everything. I just feel like because Timo Meier's young, he's still like growing. I don't think he's reached his peak yet as a player. Since he's still growing, since he's still developing, it's going to cost a lot more to get him than it would to get Patrick Kane. But what did Pierre LeBrun just tweet? He just tweeted, but this is beautiful. I mean, you get a guy who's won the Stanley Cup. He's a Conn Smythe winner. This is beautiful. What did Pierre LeBrun tweet? I got to check this out.
It's amazing. I would have laughed if we got Patrick Kane though, because my friend's favorite team is Chicago, and he would have hated me if we got Patrick Kane. Yeah, we watched me and him actually watched the game the other day. It would have been funny, but just seeing this news is crazy. I don't care. I think O'Reilly's one of the better ones we could have got out of all the picks that was said.
Like I said, parting with the first round pick sucks, but at the same time, what we were able to get for it, that's wow. Like,
yeah, I was expecting like a trade or like a big trade for these players.
my bad. Hello, can you hear me?
And that's good. It's good. Yeah.
It wasn't Triller. It was Cervelli who tweeted it. He just tweeted something interesting that I wanted to. Which, by the way, Dubas literally just finished talking about how he wasn't going to part with our first, which is weird. But I mean, mind games, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, I think we won. I think it was a three-way trade, right?
It was. So we get Ryan O'Reilly at 25% of his contract. St. Louis takes on 50, and Minnesota, we give them a fourth-round pick. They take on 25% of his contract. This trade.
That's crazy.
So Frank Cervelli tweets, this trade seems to go against just about everything the Leafs GM Kyle Dubas spoke about recently. O'Reilly and Achari are pure rentals, and Toronto gave up a first, second, third, and fourth to do it. I mean, they're picks in different years, but it is a point. I mean, Dubas literally just finished saying, like I said a week ago, he's like, yeah, we're not looking to get rid of our first. We're not looking to get rid of our prospects or whatever, but he kind of goes against that. I mean, I guess the deal was too, like I said, it was too good to pass up on. So,
yeah,
beautiful.
I think, to be honest, I think we won that trade. I think the three-way we did.
I need to look at it again. I want to look at it one more time. And it was the Leafs who tweeted it. It wasn't like another team. Like it was just the Leafs that came out with it.
I just saw it on Instagram. I was just, my friend's here. Yeah, Dakota, this is a crazy trade.
We also received Josh Pilar from the Minnesota Wild. Who's Josh Pilar? Is it Kevin Pillar's brother?
I don't know. It's crazy.
So, yeah, we get Achari and O'Reilly. That's beautiful. Okay, so, wow. St. Louis actually comes out of here pretty good. They get a first, they get a third in this year's draft, and they get a second in next year's draft. So, we really parted with the draft capital here. And, I mean, I get it. Kyle Dubas just took the home run swing. Pure LeBron just tweeted that. It came up on my phone. Wow. We gave up 4 picks in this.
That's big, but I don't care. Whatever it is, I still think we won. We got O'Reilly and what? Who is the other guy? Is he a defenseman? Is he an offenseman?
So Noah Achari, I famously remember. So I know he was a Bruin, and then he went to the Panthers. And I don't know the full details on this, but I swear to God, I remember he had some like historic run of goals. He was just scoring left, right, and center for the Panthers. Like if you ask if there's any Panthers fans in the live right now, and they remember Noah Achari, they'll say, "Oh my God, this guy scored like it feels like fucking 50 goals for us." Like he was on. I just remember every day. It was like, "Oh my God, he's got another hat trick." So Noah Achari, I know he's a goal scorer. I don't really know how well he's doing like this year. But that's what I remember him for. I didn't even know he was on the Blues.
Yeah, his last name, Achari, sounds familiar. I just kind of follow the Leafs. I follow other teams whenever I can, but the Leafs have been just my main priority with hockey right now.
Bottom 6 is looking good. So what does that do to – okay, so just off the top of my head, so it would be – these are just the lines that off the top of my head. So Bunting, Matthews, Marner. And then you would have, I guess, O'Reilly, Tavares, Nylander. And then you would have Yarncroke, who plays third line, like David Kampf, I guess. Or Pierre Engvall. Pierre Engvall, I guess you could stick at center. Or even Kerfoot. Like, and then there's still Noah Achari.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an extra person.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, I wonder when he's going to play his first game for us. Is he not going to be next? Not going to be tomorrow.
No.
Would he?
I doubt it would be tomorrow. I really doubt it. So I'm guessing we don't have anything left to get Kane. Yeah, no. I still didn't think that there was much of a possibility that we would. I know Kolyakovo came out with that thing where he's like, oh, he would accept the trade to Toronto. But at the same time, that doesn't really mean anything in the end. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
This was our move.
I don't know if we'll pick up anyone else, but I think to be honest, I think this may be the only trade that or not. Well, yeah, trade that we need. The only pickup.
Yeah, you look at the rest of the roster. Like we're pretty much set everywhere. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go on Cat Friendly here. I just want to. I doubt they've updated it this quickly, but if they have, that's pretty damn impressive. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, Cat Friendly's not updated yet, unless it is. No.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw the trade. I was like, oh my god, this is insane. But I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting someone else.
Like,
I kind of totally forgot O'Reilly was an option.
Like I didn't want to. That's another. Yeah, I don't know this. It kind of makes me wonder now. Like where is Patrick Kane in shambles? Like I was just gonna say, it makes me wonder where is Kane gonna go? Because
people are saying Boston.
Maybe, but I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I really did believe. I really believed he was going to go to the Rangers, but I think what happened there was the Rangers looked at it, and the Blackhawks probably said, "Okay, we want since Kane wanted to go there. I think it's the worst kept secret in the world that he wanted to go to the Rangers. Kane, they looked at it, and they're like, "Okay, we want Lafreniere, we want your first round pick, we want this, we want that." And the Rangers looked at it and were like, "Whoa, no." And so they got the next best thing, and they got Tarasenko. Yes. So
yeah, I don't know how the Blues are going to deal with this. They're getting rid of all the good players.
It's maybe overdue by a season now. I was gonna make a video, but of course I was gonna make a video on my YouTube channel about it, just about like what I expect for the trade deadline. And I was just gonna mention how like the Blues, this is kind of like it seems like this was overdue a little bit. It's like they're changing in the guard. You know, you get rid of Tarasenko, you phase out O'Reilly, because in about a season the Blues can be right back to where they were. I mean, you still have Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas. On the blue line, you still got Parayko, Krug. I get those guys are a little up there in age, but the Blues can still compete as long as they're able to develop their guys more. I forgot Josh Levo even plays for this team. Wow. Okay, just the quick math here. So yeah, he
said something. He said Boston always finds home players. Look at Hall and Nick. Well, that's
Nick who?
Nick Foligno.
Oh, Foligno. Yeah. Bertuzzi is going to Dallas.
I don't know what he means by that.
It would make sense. It would make sense for the Red Wings to move on from Bertuzzi, just in my opinion.
Yeah, the only memory I have of Bertuzzi is the save I think he made. I don't know if it was him or the game we played him. I was at that game when he made that save. So against us.
Like what? Like in front of like an empty net?
Like when he slid in front of the empty net last year. I think that was him, right?
I don't remember. I literally don't remember. And I pride myself on like.
All I know is I was at that game.
I pride myself on remembering things from games, but like I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up a calculator here. So what do we get him at? Okay, 7.5 million. 110, 100,000 to 100. Okay, so divided. No, it's
would be. Do we need anyone else, or is this the last? Is this it?
I think
I think
that's the move right there. So we get Ryan O'Reilly at 1.8 million. We part with a lot of picks.
That seems a little bit low. 1.8 million. That seems a little bit low for a player like O'Reilly.
The Leafs aren't paying O'Reilly's contract per the Minnesota press release. Yeah, so it's Minnesota's paying 25, I believe. That's what it said, and then the Blues are paying 50. I don't. I think we're still paying part like that. I don't think that would work. I don't think that's legal in the NHL if you're taking on a contract and you can't. I don't know. I'll check the Wild's Instagram or Twitter, but I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can take a player and then just they didn't even post anything.
three-way trades are kind of confusing when it gets down to that, like how much teams are paying for it.
What was it? Maybe Friedman has it. I don't know. The Wild posted absolutely nothing about it.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just gonna stick by my word. This is a win. This is a win. I'm sticking by my word. I don't know. I just see the Bruins are getting Chychrun. People were saying that we were supposed to get. I saw a post, but it said top two. I think it was. It was Chychrun and someone else who were getting top two. But I guess now that trade's been made, I don't think there's any chance for getting Chychrun.
For who getting Chychrun?
Us, because I saw a post that said someone said that we were getting the top two and Chychrun was one of them. If we don't pass the first round, if we don't pass the first round with the team we have right now, I don't think.
I mean, everyone talks about the definition of insanity with the Leafs, and we're definitely at that point, where we kind of do the same thing every year. I mean, we made a trade last year. I don't know which one it was, but the year prior we made the Nick Foligno trade. Every year we make it seems like a modest trade at the deadline to hopefully make us better, and it's never worked in any of them. So, but in terms of all the big swings Kyle Dubas has done, this is the biggest one. Bringing in, he's a Conn Smythe winner. He's a Stanley Cup champion. He was the heart and soul of that Blues offense during the playoffs. What makes this trade a W? Second round conference final. What makes a trade a W? I mean, it's a pretty good trade. I don't want to say what would make it a win.
I think simply what would make it a win is if they help contribute. Like the only win that Toronto could be going for is passing the first round. Not even winning the cup, just passing the first round, getting over that hump would be a win. That knowing that the player helped us or the players that we picked up would getting us to that next stage is a win. I don't see a win as going the full way. I just see a win as moving one step at a time.
Yeah. Tristan, I want to answer that question, but I genuinely don't know how to answer how a trade would be a win for us, because that's the idea of oh my God, we want a playoff round, but then the idea of just we did all this to win a round in the playoffs. Meanwhile, we got to win 4 in the end. So in terms of what would really make the trade a win, to win a Stanley Cup, as simple as that. That's in my mind. I get it. Passing the first round, that would be big. That seems to be our quote-unquote dragon. But at the same time, we're not gunning to win a round in the play. We want to win a Stanley Cup at the end of the day.
Boston's going to be a playoff bull unless they just
Boston's
slump.
the juggernaut.
I don't think Boston's going to slump. I see them continuing to go, but I see them as not winning the cup. They're either I see them maybe making it to the conference finals. I don't see them winning the cup.
The difference for Boston this year, in contrast of other years, they finally have the depth scoring. That's been the difference with Boston, is that they finally have a lineup where they're not relying on their Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak line to produce. You finally have Taylor Hall, Nick Foligno, Eric Howell. I'm pretty sure he's still there. You have these guys throughout the lineup who can actually produce for you, besides for just your top guys. Is David Krejci back?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he is.
I think the worst enemy with Toronto is during the playoffs. They only have the set 2 or 3 players that will only score in the playoffs. They don't have everyone contributing. Because I noticed that's a trend in every playoffs. The whole team won't play. That's why they say their own enemy is themselves, because they need the whole team to play as a whole. O'Reilly's wins Game 7 first round in OT. That's it, though. Hey, that would be cool, but the chances are low.
That's madness. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, that's the swing right there. Kyle Dubas' contract is up at the beginning of the year. He's literally willing to stake his job right here. This is his job. It's all or nothing. If they don't win now, if they don't make a push, then this was the swing.
Where do you see Sheldon Keefe's job? Where do you see him? Do you see
he should be secure. I mean, he has the highest win percentage in Leafs coach history at this point, I'm pretty sure. Like, to fire him, like, I remember at the beginning of the season, when we came out, like, really rough.
Horrible.
And everybody calling for, like, Sheldon Keefe needs to be fired. Is it really his fault, though? Like.
No. I don't see it as his fault. I don't see how a coach can make a team lose so many games at the start. I think it's just the team as a whole. They need to get back into the rhythm, and it shows throughout the season how Toronto has gotten better. They've just collectively gained confidence to first teams.
The difference between, like, everyone was comparing it to, like, the whole Babcock thing, but, like, the difference with Mike Babcock when the Leafs were struggling as opposed to Keefe, Babcock never changed anything. Babcock, I remember every single night, it infuriated me. I was in grade, like, 8 or 7 when he got fired. But I literally remember nights where the Leafs would go out there and Babcock would be throwing out the same lineup every single time. Or his stupid thing where he would play his starter on the front half and then his backup on the back. So, like, if we were playing, let's say, Anaheim on the first half of the back-to-back, he would start, who would have been at the time, Freddie Anderson. And then on the back-to-back, and then on the second half, he would start, like, Garrett Sparks, or he threw, remember, Kazimir Kaskasuo to the Wolves one night. It was straight up bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why you would do something like that. Like, if you had, like, the stronger opponent on the second half, like, it didn't make no sense to me. Like, not putting your goalie in a situation.
Yeah, see, the job of a coach is to be different. Like you're saying, Babcock didn't change anything. The best thing for a coach is to make changes, because you don't want the same line running. I'm sorry for the darkness. I just have to go get something, but the coach needs to make many changes in order for a team to figure out what works best for them.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, the one thing, like I said, like, when I was saying, like, hey, like, I don't know what everyone wants Keefe more to do. Keefe was regularly changing the lineup when they were struggling. Okay, this line isn't working. Let me throw him in a blender. It got to the point where I felt like he was maybe changing, and I know a lot of other Leaf fans felt the same. Did I just lose connection to you?
Sorry, I just walked in. My room's in the basement, so I had to fix my refrigerator.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know. People like this. But, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Babcock didn't change anything. And it shows this year that the Leafs have made a lot of changes, because they're like top 3 in most line changes or something in the year, like 60 or something. I thought I heard that in the game before.
What was it that you said? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, I said the Leafs this year, they have made more line changes than I think they've ever made.
Yeah. Like, that's what I guess what I was trying to say. Like, how Keefe at the beginning of the year, everyone was blaming him, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what everyone wants him more to do. He's changing the lineup. Oh, okay. So that Josh Pilar guy that we received, he plays for Saskatoon in the WHL. So he's just a prospect. He's a guy. So throw him in there, I guess. It's like receiving a quarter, I guess. But like I was saying about Keefe, he was changing things, and like I was like, yeah, I don't know what people want him more to do. He's doing literally everything he can. Explain in curling terms. I can confidently say I've never watched a game of curling.
My dad sometimes has curling on in the background, and I have no clue what's going on.
Like, I just know throughout the year, like around 5 o'clock each day, Sportsnet plays Pinty's Grand Slam. So I've never stuck around. I have no idea how you win in curling. I'll be completely honest with you. I know it has something to do with the rocks, but like,
yeah,
it seems more simpler than football, and I understand football better than curling.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, what a night! That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on, I have my notebook somewhere where I wrote this down. I literally wrote this down somewhere. That I said that that the Blues were gonna part with him.
I mean, with the Blues, I mean, they went from being horrible at the start of the season to winning the Stanley Cup. So the Blues can pull many things out of their book. It just depends on if you want to play as a team. Because I told my friend, he's like, oh, because he's a Chicago fan, he's like, oh, we're just gonna tank for Bedard. I said, do notice he may not be first because that's what happened with Shane Wright. He got fourth overall to Seattle.
Yeah, but
So I said,
the Shane Wright situation was a little different, where Shane Wright, like, I'm not a big prospect guy. I don't claim that I am, but with Shane Wright, what the difference was that he had a good year, but he didn't take the next step. From everybody I've spoken to about Shane Wright, they all say, yeah, he was good, but he wasn't next level. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, and
he's
then
not like Bedard next
he
level.
had like attitude issues and stuff like that, and there was the whole report that he felt like he was like the best, and like not in like a I'm the best way, in like more like a cocky way. He had an attitude to him.
Yeah.
So apparently the interview didn't go too well with the Habs. That's what I heard, at least. And it came down to, okay, we'll go with the upside. We'll pick Slavkovsky. And I remember I was watching the draft. I was at work, actually, when I was watching it. So I seen Slavkovsky go first. Even then, I was surprised because I still figured that they would go with Wright. I almost said we, you.
Yeah, I watched it as well. I was surprised that he got picked fourth, to be honest.
Second overall was the Devils, correct? The Devils got second.
No, I think it was. Wait, was it Devils or was it Arizona? I think it was.
It was the Devils. So the Devils got second overall. And I remember thinking, they're not going to pick Shane Wright. They don't need another center. And then I see Nemec go. I was like, oh, okay. And then third overall comes. And I was like, okay, this would be a home run pick for Arizona. Then they pick Cooley. And I was like, whoa. Okay. I was like, hey, Cooley is very good. Don't get me wrong. But, like, Shane Wright, like, oh my God. And then I was like, hey, this is Seattle's pick. If they don't pick Shane Wright and he falls to 5, it was kind of like in the NBA draft with Jabari Smith, where he fell all the way to 3rd. He was expected to go 1.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, I'm gonna hop off this thing now. I just had my friend text me. Ryan, oh fucking Riley. But yeah, my family just got home. I'm gonna go hang out with them. What a trade.
Well, yeah, what a trade.
Anyways, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much for talking with me, man.